This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto on the Digital Sportscentre presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. And it's a quiet night in the NHL with just a couple games, including one between the Rangers and Sabres. And 2 months into the season, the President's Trophy curse seems to still be haunting New York. After reaching the East Finals last year, the Rangers have hit the skids, particularly of late going 2-8 in their last 10 games. That includes Monday's loss to the Blackhawks, who are tied with Nashville for last place in the league. So what the heck is going on in the Big Apple? For one, a bunch of stars aren't really living up to the hype this year. And while guys like Artemi Panarin and Adam Fox are scoring around their normal rate, Mika Zibanejad and Chris Kreider have taken big steps back, which is a bad look considering that duo is getting a combined $50 million this year. New York was also one of the best defensive teams last year, but are middle of the road so far this season. Now, before you go piling on Igor Shesterkin, let's keep in mind that his save percentage is right around where it was a year ago. The real reason for all those goals allowed is that the Rangers are 27th in shots allowed after finishing 10th last season. One bit of good news, though, is that history is on New York's side. Of the 38 all-time President's Trophy winners, only 3 have missed the playoffs the following season. And as of right now, the Rangers are right in the mix for a wildcard spot. So let's see how this shakes out. Are they going to turn this around, or is that curse a real thing? All right, moving over to baseball. And after another big swing and miss, the Jays front office actually made a really good move last night, acquiring Andres Jimenez from the Guardians. Now, this is a really great pickup if you love Dalton Varsho, because Jimenez is a 3-time Gold Glover, if not much of a hitter. He struggled offensively in the last 2 years, but did have a huge season offensively in 2022, when he finished 3rd in the AL in WAR, behind just Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani, and those are the big boys. So what else is there to know here? Well, Jimenez is 26 years old and in the mix of a 7-year, $106 million deal. One that keeps him under contract until at least 2029. So now that they've addressed their defense again, are the Jays ready to get a bat? And even with Soto off the market, there are a handful of big names still out there. Teoscar Hernandez, anybody? Really, anything would help the Jays offensively, after they finished 23rd in runs scored last year, and 24th in homers. Plus, we still got that other elephant in the room with Vladdy's long-term deal. I mean, who knows? It's still the offseason. Let's see what happens when spring kicks up.
Breaking news! Raptors star Scottie Barnes will miss several weeks due to an ankle injury he suffered Monday against the Knicks. In 14 games this season, Barnes is averaging career highs of 20.6 points, 8.4 rebounds, and 7.4 assists per game.
Time now for the Big Play Replay, presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. To say it's been a frustrating year for Auston Matthews would be an understatement. That 9-game absence last month for an upper body injury, which included a 5-day trip to Germany. All in all, the season hasn't been what Toronto superstar had bargained for, at least until last night.
And a race for the loose puck, it's Matthews. In comes Auston Matthews. He can win it. Scores! Auston Matthews, breakaway goal! And the Leafs win it 2-1 in overtime.
Matthews battling Pesci, trying to get the puck out in front of him, and then the in-tight finish. That puck is rolling on its edge by his feet. Now look at that. He gets under it and right under the bar.
To have that moment when so many others throughout the game had not gone that well was just so delicious. Oof, what a way to end that game. Incredible. Also, shout out goaltending, okay? Shout out defense. To college football, where that brand new 12-game playoff gets going next weekend. But first, we've got the Heisman, which is handed out this weekend in New York City. And really, this has been a 2-horse race most of the year, between Colorado's Travis Hunter and Boise State's Ashton Genty. On one hand, you've got Hunter. The two-way star played pretty much every snap, and doing things no college football player has ever done before. And then there's Genty, who's having the best year by running back since Barry Sanders, and still happens to be standing in that aforementioned playoff. In recent weeks, the Heisman race has swung in Hunter's favor, to the point where FanDuel currently is not offering odds. But they are taking bets on who's going to be the #1 pick in next year's draft. Currently, Hunter has the second best odds, trailing only his teammate Shedeur Sanders. Pretty remarkable considering Colorado hasn't had a single player drafted since 2021. And of note, the last time 2 players from the same school went 1-2 was 24 years ago. Of course, we're waiting till April for the NFL draft. You can catch the Heisman ceremony Saturday on TSN. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. That's it for me today. We'll see you right back here tomorrow, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Have a good one.